It's been long. It's been long, but I'm just so incredibly grateful to be here and to be given the opportunity to perform in front of America and to introduce who I am as an artist and kind of my message and what I want to say. So it's been incredible, absolutely incredible. Battle rounds was an amazing experience. I was up against Maya Bass, and we sang "Knocking on Heaven's Door" by Bob Dylan. And from the get-go, I kind of knew that we wanted to make it a very collaborative arrangement, because it's really interesting when you're against someone singing, but it's a duet, so you kind of have to use that push and pull of energy, on stage, and to elevate yourself and to elevate the song and to not really overstep anyone's boundary singing wise. So the battles was really cool, and Maya actually ended up being stolen. So we both kind of won, which was also really cool. But yeah, it was great. Yeah. It's great being on Team Adam. I've been with him throughout this entire journey. He was the first to turn his chair for me at the blind auditions, and we're here now past the knockouts, going into the lives, and he's still my guy. Actually, during the knockouts, I lost my knockout, and then Adam saved me, and Blake tried to steal me. So with that experience, being with Adam and developing my relationship with him since the blinds, I felt like almost obligated to stick with him. I told him, I said, I'm a loyal man. And at that point, Blake was like, "Oh, he knew my decision," and I stayed with Adam. So it's been really great. So in terms of vocal tips, Adam's also been really helpful in that department. He really says, to fully commit on everything. Like if you're gonna sing a note, don't just kind of glaze over it and just sing it. You really need to prepare for that and to envision the note before it even comes out of your mouth. So he's really adamant on adamant. Adam is adamant on, didn't even intend that pun, to commit and to really know what you're going to sing before you sing it. And that way, when it comes out, it's going to be meaningful and it's going to have purpose. So yeah, the next stage of the competition here, we go to top 24 live shows. So I feel like the stress level might be a little bit higher, being running live and kind of as it happens, people are watching. So I've never been on live TV, so it's going to be a new experience for me, but just so exciting all at the same time, and just it's an opportunity just to give it everything. So.
Top freaking 24. This is this is phenomenal. I think nobody understands, I guess, if you're not in our shoes, and just being here now, you're like, what did they see in you? And you're just like, they keep bringing you back, and now I'm here about to go to the live playoffs, and it's just like, oh my God. Going into the knockouts, all I was thinking was just like, my journey is not over. It's not over yet. I have so much to give, but at the same time, I feel so humbled to even be at this point, at that point in the show. And I was like, if I go home, it's not the end. It's going to be a huge beginning for me, because I'm pretty new at performing. And if I make it, holy crap, I mean, it's going to be amazing. And I did, and now I'm here, and I've been on Team Adam the whole entire time, so I'm just so thankful that he sees something in me that he wants to keep going with. Adam is a super down-to-earth guy. He, has brought out a lot in me personally, because I've always struggled with confidence and performing, and I was like a nervous wreck just the first time when we were going into blinds. I wasn't even on a team yet, and then he pressed his button, and then I got to work with him for battles, and it was like, oh my God, like I'm singing in front of this huge superstar, and now I've got to be on my game, I've got to be up. And he was like, don't worry about it, like that's something that's going to come, and you put in all the work, and then all you need to do is just perform. You don't need to worry about what step are you going to take next. Like, you just got to be in the moment. You got to do it. And he's helped me so much with just bringing that out in myself, and I feel like 1,000 times different on stage now. I think for me, what stood out is that he really cares. I think a lot of times, going into this situation, you're like, well, how much are they like invested in us? Do they, and he really cares what we're doing and cares about us as people. And I think it's just really cool to see that there's somebody like him who wants to take the time out of their day to work with us. And for me, he's taught me, I didn't know how to harmonize before I came here, and that's like a huge thing if you want to be a singer. And I was horrible at it, and he was like, don't even fret. He's like, we're gonna fix it right now. And I was like, okay. He gave me this cool exercise to do, and before I knew it, when it came time for my battle, it seemed like I never didn't know how to do them. So I think the one thing I always was wondering is the coaches. How much do you work with them? How invested are they? And getting here, and it kind of surprised me on just how much of a family it is, and not even the coaches, but just the whole production in general. It's just, I think it's a different feeling. You get here and they make you feel like it's not a competition, and that you can be yourself. You can do what you want to do, be who you want to be, and they embrace everything about you, which for me is just, it felt amazing to know that, everyone's accepting you and what you're doing, and you get an input and not just told, hey, do this, hey, do that. Like, you really get to show people who you are. Just being on that stage and realizing, like, hey, you're on The Voice now, like, it's so crazy because there's the audience around, there's lights, and you're just like, you try to take it all in before you go, but I think it doesn't happen until you get on stage and you really realize, like, I'm showing who I am. I got to pick my song for the knockout, and I got to show people what kind of artist I am, and then in that moment, it was like an out-of-body experience. It felt like, I was like watching down on myself, just being able to have a platform this big is a dream. I mean, I don't know how else I would have gotten here at home. I was performing in little coffee shops or something, and now I'm performing in front of millions of people, and it's like, holy crap, it's scary. It's really scary, but in that moment, I feel so accomplished and proud that I had the confidence to even like audition for this show. Going into live shows, I think everyone's got like a little bit of a pit in their stomach kind of about it. Like, this is it. You got to be on your game. You got to be doing everything you can to put on the best show that you can, because now people are invested in us, and they want to see us, and we want to put on a good show for everybody. And I think that's like the most nerve-wracking part, is just knowing that it's one time you're getting out there, and what you put out is what everyone's going to see. So it's really awesome and really nerve-wracking at the same time, but I think that I'm super ready to take that step. Hey Westchester, it's Jackie Verna here, and I am so excited that I get to be a part of The Voice this season, and thank you for all the support that you guys are giving, and I only hope that you guys will continue to follow me in the live shows, and yeah, let's bring this thing home, guys.
Making it to the top 24 is still kind of like a dream. Like, I wake up at the hotel and being like, oh my gosh, like, I'm here. I remember watching the show when I was a kid, being like, I want to do this one day. I want to be on Team Adam. Like, I really did. And to be here now, it's like every time I go on that stage, I feel like I black out and everything just kind of comes together. And being here is just a dream come true. I don't remember exactly the age I was, but I remember watching season 1 with Javier Colon, and I remember him coming out, singing and playing guitar, being just like, oh my God, I want to do this. I want to do this so bad. And 14 seasons later, here I am in the same place that he was, on the same team with the same coach. It's crazy how it comes full circle when you believe in something. Getting through the knockout, I mean, you kind of just have to dive into what's next. I mean, it's all about music, but it's also a strategy. You have to make sure that you stay relevant and you stay on top of your game and you stay ready for the next thing. So people are interested in you and people want to hear more from you. And that's what artists do. So going into it, I've already thought about songs I'm thinking of and stuff like that and how Adam will feel about certain tunes. I just have to stay on top of my game, and every single stage, it has to be not staying the same. It has to be getting better. And that's kind of how I feel like I've been. You know, I came from a one-chair turn in the blinds to winning my battle to winning my knockout. And I feel like every stage I've just grown more as an artist and more as a person. There's definitely some fear going into it. I mean, it's going to go from 24 of us to 12 of us. So you have to always keep it in the back of your mind. Just like when I did my Philadelphia audition, I'm in a room full of incredible talent. And I have to make sure that I stand out enough to put myself in the top 12. Yeah, I mean, ever since I've been here, not just the song selection has been challenging for me and for all the other artists, but I know for myself and my own journey, just building my own self-confidence has been a huge journey for me. When I walked on the blind stage, I was like, oh my God, do I even deserve to be here? Like, I was like, all right, let's just put it in. And then when Adam turned around for me, I was like, okay, I deserve to be here. And from there, I just have been building more and more on that self-confidence of just knowing that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. When I'm on stage, it's like I'm on cloud 9 looking down. I feel like it's almost like an out-of-body thing. And I'm like, every time I get off stage, I'm like, I think I blacked out, because it's just such a rush and you're in the middle of a moment and everybody's staring at you, the coaches, the audience, and you're like, okay, I need to breathe and know that this is really happening. And you get to do that when they're all giving you their comments. And even then you're like, wait, what did you just say? What did you just say? It's a whirlwind being on that stage. Yeah, I mean, coming from Boston and also coming from a humongous Portuguese-Italian family, I kind of just know that energy is a huge thing. And my mom's a very energetic and fun-loving, outgoing person. And being on stage, we have to be that. Even if you are kind of an introvert, on stage, you have to be an extrovert. You have to be someone who wants to be a performer and an artist and leave your entire soul on the stage and connect with the people in the audience. Hey Boston, it's Mia Boostrom. Thank you so much for supporting me on this incredible journey, and hopefully we make it to the live shows.
It feels amazing to be a part of the top 24, just making it further than a lot of people have made it. People who have auditioned, and it's been thousands of people that tried to get to where I am, and it's such an amazing experience to be where I am and to know that I made it this far and I'm still going. So it's so exciting for me. Oh, this journey for The Voice has been incredible. Even I'll just start back with my life's journey. My life's journey, I came from, I had cancer. I'm a cancer survivor, and I lost my voice. I lost my hearing. I lost my vision. And to come from all of that and to just be here where I am, the top 24, wow. It was definitely a journey, just from making it past the blinds, making it past the battles and the knockouts. Every moment, every step of the way is a learning moment for me, and it's I'm able to learn myself in different ways. I'm able to see what I am able to do, and just I'm expanding every single round that I pass, and it's just exciting, man. I'm happy and blessed to be where I am right now. So my last round was a knockout round. I went up against Gary Edwards, who is a phenomenal artist. He's a great person, great spirit. We happen to be roommates at the same time. So he's a great guy to go up against. We just told each other we were going to push each other. You know, it's not going to be a fight. It's not going to be, you know, a challenge. We're just going to make sure someone wins and someone gets stolen. So that was our goal, just like the round before then. But it was just amazing to be there and to have a partner like him, where they were struggling to figure out who the winner was. That just speaks to how great both of us were, and I'm excited for the both of us to continue to go on. The thing about Adam that encourages me is his honesty, his boldness. He's straight to the point, and I appreciate that. You know, I don't want anybody to cookie cut around anything and just be like, hey, oh, this was great, but da, da, da. I need to know what I need to work on. And Adam is that type of person. He's like, hey, you're great, but you know, you did this wrong in this part, so fix it. And I like that. I appreciate that. I love criticism. I love constructive criticism, and it only makes me better. It makes me a better artist. It makes me a better person, and Adam is just like the perfect person to do so. And on top of that, he's like a loving person. He's kind. He's nice to us. He's just full of energy, full of knowledge, and I love to soak that up and spit it back out on the stage. Vocally, Adam has helped me. There was a point during my blind audition, and this is one of the reasons why I chose Adam. He pointed out the good stuff, but then he also pointed out the bad stuff, which I went a little sharp at the end of my song. Doing that song, I believe I was a little excited, and he told me that I needed to work on that, and that's one thing that I took back home, and I was like, okay, I'm going to make sure that I'm not going to go sharp. I'm going to go flat. Even though last night during the knockout rounds, I did go a little sharp, but I think I got a little too excited at the very last note. But I mean, that's something that I still can work on, and I'm still working on now, and that's a great thing to point out for me, and I appreciate that about Adam. My strategy for winning is to stay in my lane and to do what I do best and not try to worry about what someone else may be doing or how good someone else sounds. Adam told me this: if I stay in my lane, I'll be great. So as long as I continue to be Rayshun and stay in Rayshun's lane and not try to go outside my lane and do what somebody else is doing just because it sounds good, and I think I can want to try it, that's my strategy, is just to stay in my lane and continue to be me. It's gotten me this far, so I believe that it's going to continue to make me go further in this competition. So that's my strategy, just to stay Rayshun. The way that I feel when I'm performing is I go into a zone. I try not to think about who's in front of me or what's around me. I try to go into my Rayshun Nation zone, and I'm just flying around in there. And I never know what happens until the end of the song, until someone either replays it or plays it back, or someone tells me what happened. I just try to just go in a zone where I'm just there. I'm just in Rayshun Nation. And I'm just flying around in my head, and I never know what happens until the end. All I know is when I start, I'm going to start, and I always tell myself, hey, treat this performance like it's going to be your very last performance. And I just take off from there, and I don't come back to myself until the end of the song, till I hear applause. And then that's when it's reality again. So it's like me stepping outside of my box into a whole nother world.
My name is Reid Umstattd. I am from Austin, Texas. It's pretty, I don't know, man. It's kind of like an alternate reality. The whole coming from, I don't know, that sounded like 40,000 people initially tried out, and now we're down to 24. It's crazy. It's really cool. It's hard to wrap your head around, you know. I don't know, it doesn't feel real. Working with Adam has definitely like boosted my confidence. That's for sure. I think he's got a really good knack for kind of figuring out where all of us are coming from individually and working towards kind of creating the best version of ourselves for the show. And he's got a real good intuition for truth and just kind of where people are coming from. So it's been really cool to watch him work and to work with him. It's been an incredible experience so far. I think what he's helped me with most is just understanding that I'm here for a reason, and that there is something special about me. The fact that he's picked me twice now for these battle and now the knockouts, you can't help but sort of come to the conclusion that you're doing something right. So that's been the biggest thing for me, is just like, wow, this is real, and I'm special, you know. It's a cool learning experience, cool conclusion to draw. So the next step is the lives, which I'm sure is gonna be insane. Like, you know, however small the margin for error is when you're taping in advance, there's none of that when you're filming live. So that'll be an added kind of pressure cooker situation. But I think everybody that's here now is a gamer, and so I think everybody it'll just up their game that much more. The added pressure. I guess the thing I'm most excited about for the lives is just performing again. I singing a new song, which I don't know what it's going to be yet. But going through that process of learning the song and rehearsing it with the greatest band ever. And getting up there and figuring out something new about myself. That's what happens every time I've gotten up and done one of these performances. You just kind of you grow so much. So the performance is for sure the thing I'm looking forward to, and seeing everybody again. All the relationships we've made, you know.
It's like a dream come true, you know. I would never picture, you know, you'd always wish, but I never thought I would actually be here, you know, in the top 24. And the fact that I got saved too, I'm just like, it's even better. It's a dream come true. Yes, I get to work with a different coach, and that makes it even more exciting, because not everybody on the show gets to work with two coaches, you know. And I got to work with the wonderful Alicia. Now I get to work with Adam, so I'm pretty excited, and I can't wait to see what he has in store for me. Basically, you know, and every time she speaks to me, she always just is very encouraging, and like she touches me every time she speaks to me. So, you know, she just gave me good wisdom. She's like, you know, like, this isn't the end, you know, like, even if whatever happens, you know, like, you're special. She makes sure she lets you know, like, you're special, and I'm here for you. So she made me feel confident, you know, and because I was definitely nervous, and just told me, you know, go out there and just sing, you know, do what you love to enjoy on that stage. And that's what helped me, you know, get through it and pass my nerves down. So she helped me a lot. Adam was like, he's like, tonight's performance was good, but I feel like there's so much more to you. And he said that's the scary part, you know, which means, like, if he can see, like, you know, I did this song and I still sounded good, like, and if he feels like deep down that there's still more, then that means, like, you know, he can work with me, he can bring it out of me, because Alicia said that there's a wall that's built up, which, you know, kind of is, and I've been trying to get out of it. And then the fact that Adam said that comment, like, I know there's something down there, and I see it, and I'm gonna get it out of you, it's like boosted my confidence, and it makes me more excited to work with him. Going into the lives, I'm most excited to just pick my songs and show America, like, what I want to be represented as on the show, and, like, this just the type of music. I'm excited to work with Adam, because this would be my first time working with him, so I'm excited to see what he got to throw in, and see what he could work with me and on my craft, and, you know, just help me out. I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen in the future. hopefully, you know, working with Adam, he can possibly help me just take the wall that I have up and just push it all the way down, you know, and connect to the song and actually go out there and deliver it the way that, you know that I can deliver it and be the best that I can at it. So I'm working towards my career. This is something that I actually want to make a lifestyle out of, not a 9-to-5 job, working at an office. You know, my music career is what I'm working for. So me actually being on this show to perform, you know, I have to put my A game on. Beats me performing in front of my friends and family. You know, I can have fun, I can relax. It's not like that. Like, this is not a game. This is the real deal. You have to come with your A game on. You have to come focused. And so that's the difference. And, you know, I have to be completely focused because it's the live shows. Now it's getting down to the gritty bitty, you know, who's going to make it to the top 12. So you just got to be in it. No, actually, I do get really nervous because, like, you know, we're all a big family here. We made friends now, you know, and now we all have to compete against each other because it's a live show. So we come together, you know. So it makes it a little difficult because we all made friends here, and the fact that, you know, we can still be friends, but deep down it is a competition. We know we are battling for the spots. So it gets sad sometimes because then, you know, you do get to see people get sent home that's your friends, and that's the worst part about it. But it is stressful that you have to go up against these people that you met and made friends with and you became a family, you know. So it's awful, but yeah. When I go on stage, I go into a whole different place. I close my eyes before I go on and just take a deep breath. I just go into a different place, you know. I try to connect with the song emotionally. Doesn't matter what the song is about. I just connect with it emotionally, and I just sing it, you know. I just sing it like I want people out in the audience to connect every word what I'm saying, and that's how I interpret it on stage, and that's exactly how I sing it. Like, every word I say you're gonna know and you're gonna understand it, and that's how I feel. I feel alive on stage. I feel free, you know. I feel like I can be me. It's the only place I can really be Shireen, and I just let myself free, and I just let myself go on stage. Hey Des Moines, it's Shireen here. Thank you so much for the love and support here on season 14 of The Voice. Make sure that you do keep watching and stay tuned and you vote for me. And one more time, I appreciate it so much for the love and support.